Hi there, I'm Rachel, and it's the 4th of March 2022, and I just wanted to talk about the Pisces energies at the moment. So, we are 2 days after a new moon in Pisces, and the way that I use astrology is both for my own self understanding and personal development, understanding my own innate energy, but also for observing what everybody else is doing. So when we've got planets that move into a particular sign, then quite often it will come and be obvious within and without. Here comes the ambulance again. I can't do a video lately without there being an ambulance. I'm going to take that as a sign that you meant to listen to this. Anyway, what I really notice is that's so obvious. Today we've got the moon in Aries, so there's like a gumption coming from people that's a little bit supercharging the other energies that we've got. But what I really notice is there's been a different energy this new moon. Quite often in a new moon energy, it can be quite a depressing or dark place to be, but a lot of people are feeling renewed, souped up energy, and this is great. Particularly people who are consciously spiritual, who have spirituality as part of their standard character and their being and who they are. It might be that they have a spiritual career, or it might just be that they are really at one with talking about matters of the soul. So what I really notice is it's how people are using this extra oomph of Pisces energy. Now, if we think about how Pisces is sensitive, compassionate, empathic, uses hunches, really confident about using intuition. Whatever your skills are, if you are comfortable with them and you've accepted them and you're in dialogue with yourself and you feel good about that and you have various spiritual practices and routines, this time will be really likely to be a time of really feeling powerful and confident in those abilities. And what I notice, and also to be able to express yourself creatively, artistically, because Pisces is excellent at that, because it's like finding a creative outlet and expression for all of these emotions. What I am noticing is that if there is no such spiritual anchor and backbone in the life, people are falling about themselves in compassion and empathy overload. Now, we know that there are bad events happening in this world. But you know what I think? I think there are bad things happening all the time to lots of people. There are 8 billion people on this planet. You cannot possibly feel empathic and compassionate for all of them, all at once, all the time. Ever since you were born, there are children on this earth who have no clean water to drink and who are dying of disease and dysentery. Do you fall about yourself, like crying because of them? No, of course you don't. So what's this sudden, oh, the people of Ukraine? It's the next thing that the media's told people to do. And everybody jumps onto the emotional bandwagon. And I would say to people, just be really mindful of where you're putting your energy and why. What good are you achieving if you've gone into empathy overload and you're falling about yourself to feel empathic for other people? Why are you doing that? Because just try and extract yourself from what the media are telling you to do. It's really heavily constructed and has been for a long time. Now, I remember, I'm just going to tell you a little story now. I remember during the US elections, bearing in mind, I am from the UK. I don't even have a vote in the US, as do none of my friends who are not from the US. And still, the UK media were obsessively ramming the news in front of our faces. Do you want to vote for this old guy or this old guy? One of them can speak in coherent sentences and the other can't. Literally, that's the difference. It went on for months. That's all we saw on the news. Well, I was the kind of person, because I'm like tuned into other places, other people, other times. I was waking up in the night seeing 50 people being beheaded in Africa. Well, that did actually happen. Of course, it didn't make the news because it's not in the media's interest for you to care about that. I cared about it because for some reason I was shown that. Not on mainstream media, I wasn't. I was shown that in my mind's eye, and I woke up from a dream knowing it was real. Just be really mindful about what it is that you're giving all of your precious emotional energy to. Because what I'm seeing is a lot of people just falling in line to what the media thinks that they should be feeling next. If that works for you, great. But just have a feel into, does that feel okay for you? Does that feel right for you? Are you really happy in yourself? Because I know that I can send out light and love from my being because of the work that I've done on making myself intact over these past few years. And that involved extracting myself from the utter bullshit that is all around us. And for allowing myself to go into a place of where I feel good. And that is nobody else's business. Not at all. Not harming anyone at all, but focusing on my own spirituality, my own internal being, my own heart, my own journey, my own soul's journey through these eternal lifetimes in this here and now. Having awareness of that allows me to be able to have really healthy detachment and look at what is actually going on right now without judgment, without needing to feel anything that somebody else tells me to feel. And that for me is power. That for me is me choosing what I do with my energy, what I do with my precious emotion. And that's what I see happening now in Pisces, that there are a lot of people who've been working on their spirituality and they are coming into their own power more and more every day. And keep going. If that's you, keep going. There are really, really, really strong people out there who are 100% standing right beside you. The light is absolutely overtaking the darkness. Just don't even concern yourself with the bullshit that is on our mainstream media. Don't even waste your precious energy in this precious life on that absolute bullshit. Why would you? Why would you? Just focus on all the things that make you happy, all the things that nourish you. And if you haven't yet started on a healing, recovery, self-development journey, it's the number one thing that you can do. Absolutely the number one thing. Okay. So, as you know, astrology is like the framework and backbone of what I choose to do, but it's not the sum total of it. It is the framework and the tool that I use. Whatever works for you is the thing to focus on. But the biggest thing you can do for yourself right now is go inside, feel you, feel the connection to yourself, whether it's your heart, whether it's your power coming from your belly, whether it's your gut, that inner instinctual knowing, whatever it is. But don't give your power over to what our ridiculous government and media want you to feel and see and believe. Don't fucking give your power to that. And that's all I wanted to say. That's it. Message over. Love you. Mwah.